Hey YouTube, this is Ves, and today we're gonna do a helping artist video. And I just want to give you a little background on the character that I'm gonna create. I went ahead and I posted a thread so that artists can put their character in the thread so that they can submit it for background characters in my comic. So there was this one guy, his name is John Wee, and he submitted his character as if I was gonna create these characters for people. So I was like, no, it's a thread and stuff, and I can't figure out what I really want to do with my how-to videos. So I was thinking it would be a good idea for the people who ask for character submissions or character requests, work on their characters and help you guys at the same time. So this is gonna be John Wees from DeviantArt. His character, her name is Noelle, and she's 19. She's a fun, joyful belly dancer. So let's get right to it. First thing we're gonna do is some gesture drawing. So I'm starting off with the base, which is my head, then the neck and the shoulders. So being that she's a belly dancer, in her description, I want to make her look like she's dancing and have her body like twist up really nicely. So I twist up her body a little bit, like you can see the side of her chest, and then the side of her hip will makes like a, make it look like an ass. So now I'm drawing the I'm going more into detail, which is drawing the arms, and this is just like a rough little sketch on your gesture. You don't want to like go too much in detail, and once you get the position right with your skeleton, that's when you start making the detail like we're doing now. I'm just working on her little by little, adding the chest where the chest will be, and then the middle of her chest will move down, and you'll see a little bit of a hip bone, and then her leg will come down. And notice while you're watching, I make my stuff look like teardrops. Like when I make the leg will look like a teardrop, and it will connect to the joint that I created, like that little circle that's on her arm. I usually just make a connection to it, and that's what helps me with getting down my character proportions right. Most of the time, like when I'm trying to get things really correct, I use my own body. Like I pick my arm up and I'm like, okay, how far is my elbow to my head, or what level is on for me to even get it correctly done on the character. So I'm just going in there. I'm working still on her navel and chest and stuff, and now I am working on her head. So her head is a bit too small, and I made it a little bit more bigger because anime heads are bigger. And I just added my lines for the face details. So what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up my lines, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start going over it. So I zoom in onto the face and I make my eyeballs. I'm just gonna keep it like my style. I'm not gonna try any other type of style out there. So I'm just gonna keep it like my animated style that I use for my comic. And I'm just working on her eyeballs and her I'm giving her like her long eyelashes, because in the image on your left hand side you'll see that that's the image I'm working with, and a little bit of the details that's inside the description. So he said that she's a 20-year-old belly dancer that's very happy and strong-willed and everything else with her. So being that she's young, I'm going to keep her face a little young, keep her nose and her eyes closer and her mouth. And she's an elf, so we have to make elf ears. And I made them nice and long and pretty, because that's what elf ears look like. And now I am just going over the red line with my blue pen, and I'm adding the little details like her necktie. I would just add that in there. And I was giving it a little bit more detail with lines. And then I'm doing her clothing right on top of this image. So I wanted to keep it the same with what type of top she has, and she has like this little belly dancer type of top. And I'm just gonna wing it with design. So I was not gonna make it too revealing. I just wanted to be normal, and then have like a little bit of wrinkles on it, because clothing have wrinkles on it, believe it or not. Since I wanted like a gypsy feel, I gave her like little it's like a chandelier type look on the bottom of her top, and then I'm moving the side up of her boob where her arm is connected. So now we're moving on to the arm, and I noticed that her side is a little bit too big, and when you do that, you will notice as you draw that stuff is a little bit too big. So this is a good thing about rough sketches. You can always stop and redraw it, and then get it to where you want it. I'm adding lines on her stomach. Her hip bone was a little bit too much out, and I didn't want it like that, so I stuck it in a little bit more. And I'm giving her a little bit of an ab type look, because belly dancers have like that nice pot belly type of look on their stomach. Is really pretty, so I wanted that same look. And I noticed her arms are way too long, and while I was drawing this, I took my suggestion and I actually put my hand up, and I was like, okay, this is not comfortable. Her arms are way too out, and this doesn't look right. So what I did was I redrew her arm to match what a normal human arm would look like, just to get my proportions right so the picture and image could look good. When I first drew the hand, it looks a little bit too small to me, because I usually draw like circles on the hand, and then I just add little fingers and make the round off the tips, so that's what makes my fingers. But I noticed her hand was way too small, and that the first hand that I drew was actually perfect. So I didn't go into detail with that. I just erased it all and redid it. So now what I'm doing is I'm erasing the other lines that I have, because as you draw you want to erase the sketch marks. And now I'm drawing her hair, and I'm making it nice and wavy, because since she's dancing, her hair will be all over the place. And her hair is pretty much short, and I wanted to keep it short like the description has said. And as I'm doing the sketch, I am erasing the gesture lines, and that's what you always want to do when you're making, you're tweaking it, because with adding different sketches and keep going with your artwork, you do want to improve it better and better so you can get it right. And that's what I usually do when I do my sketches. I like to make sure that the proportions is right. I will look at my own hand, I will look at something that looks like a human and try to go off of that. Now with her outfit, I wanted to keep that nice silver belt, and I wanted her pants to look almost the same way. So now I'm doing her silver belt, and I am creating these pants. So I wanted, I don't know what you call those pants. I think they're called parachute pants. So it's like parachute type pants, and they're slitted on the side, because with belly dancers, they show a lot more skin. You don't want to overdo it, because she's 19 and she's in her innocent phases still, so you want to keep her conservative. And I just gave her slits on the side, and erase the areas that I don't need anymore. So for the bottom, I was thinking about keeping her pants legs close to her, but in all honesty, gypsy belly dancers, they have parachute pants, so it should be fluffier. So now I'm doing the fluffy type thing, and then I'm having little clamps on the bottom to make them tight so it could look nice and poofy. And for the feet, I'm just making sandals, and the sandals, I just wanted like a little point on it, you know, nothing too crazy. So here we go with the little point, and that's about it for drawing her in that type of way. You know, just with drawing, you just keep going, and you do it all the way till it's perfect. And that's what I'm doing. So I thought that a shawl would be very pretty on her, like one of the ones that the belly dancers, you know, play with while they're dancing. So I'm adding one, and to me it looks like an infinity sign, which is kind of cool. And you know, for art's sake, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna color this bad boy, because I do love the way this character looks. I'm sticking with the same colors as the original, and you know, I'm just going over it. You know, it's nothing, you know, too crazy. I do add a little bit of shade and, you know, add highlights just to make the image pop and look good. But this kind of reminds me of when people do like character designs for video games. So it has like that type of feel, and it looks kind of cool. I think that this is really, really nice and cool looking. And for the shawl, I made it a visible type look, and then I gave it some shade and highlights, and then I gave it like this pattern of flowers, and it was gorgeous. So this is the finished work, and that's about it for the video. If you guys liked the video or learned something, hit that like and also subscribe for more helping artist videos. And I always say to my deviants and my YouTubers, I love you guys, and thank you for the support, and thank you for sharing and giving me ideas for new videos. If you have an idea, or maybe you're having trouble with a certain type of thing that you need to complete on your character, let me know in the descriptions below, and I'll take a look at them, and hopefully you'll get to see one of your characters in the video. So have a very, very awesome rest of the day.